America's pastime is, was, and always will be shooting.
Hi everyone, Finn and Flask here. So today I'm going to show you how I clean my Northwest trade gun. It's a pretty simple process, and I'm sure there's other ways how you can do it, but I'm just going to show you the way how I do it. So let's get started. So there are going to be some things that you need to start: a range rod, miscellaneous jags. I use a scraper for the breech block. For the breech plug, I mean. You need water. Some more water. I'm gonna soak the lock in the water. Some kind of lubricant to protect everything. I use Ballistol. Screwdriver. I like the hollow ground tips because they fit much better and you don't wear out your screws. Some patches and a toothpick. I'm using a barbecue spear because I just can't find some toothpicks kicking around. Before we get into the meat of the video, if you wish to support the channel, you should check out my eBay store where I sell muzzle loading accessories. It'll be linked in the description. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the set screw out of the front, take off these screws, this is the main lock bolt. I got the lock out, see it rusted up on me a little bit. I'm going to take the flint out. Then I got all my pieces soaking in some water. Now that all the main stuff is off, I'm just going to take the skewer. I'm going to pop in that plug. Before I pour water down the barrel, I'm going to scrape the face of the breech plug. So I got my scraper on. Just twist it around a little bit. Now I'm going to pour water down the barrel. I fill it and I let it relax for about 10 minutes. All right, it's been about 10 minutes and I'm going to pour all that gnarly water right out. I feel like today I want to do it twice. Hit the breech face twice. And I'm going to soak it again. And I'm going to fill it a second time. All right, so now I'm going to switch from my scraper to the appropriate size jag. Whatever size bore yours is what you need to get your jag for. But this is a 19-ish gauge shotgun, so I'm just going to dip this first one, get it a little damp, and I put my 20 gauge jag. See how black it is? I fired this thing a real lot the last time I shot it, so I probably put 50, 60 rounds through it. So I'm just gonna keep doing this for a little bit until it comes out relatively clean. I ran about 10 patches through before it started to look like this. That is pretty good in my eyes, because there's a lot of graphite that's left behind and it's not actually the corrosive material. So then, to protect the barrel, just take some pure ballistol. I know a lot of people like to put a mixture of ballistol and water. I don't particularly like doing that. I used to do that, but I think just putting pure ballistol is probably better. So I'm just sliding that down. And let's put one more finish one through. It's still pretty wet inside of there, even though. And my barrel's done. Now I'm gonna clean the barrel, and I just take some regular water and I put it right over everything. Just clean it up. The outside of the barrel. So I'm just gonna dry it off. Get all this out of here. Get the water off of it. Then I take some pure ballistol. Get that nice and wet. I do the whole gun with it. All right, I usually use a toothbrush, but I couldn't find any of my toothbrushes today, so I'm just gonna hit up where it rusted over with this 20 gauge bore brush. Now I'm gonna dry most of it off. You can see that flash over rusting. Pretty much just goes right away. Ballistol, give it a healthy dose. I just go right over everything with the ballistol. Get it all nice and lubed up. Set the hammer down, get behind it, and now she's pretty well protected. I'm gonna do the screws. And just touch up a side plate. It's not really going to rust because it's brass, but may as well. Now I'm going to pop it together and make sure the trigger's forward. Take this right here. Get the side plate on. Get the set screw in. Now, function check, works. Now, last thing is put the ramrod back in. And she's a little greasy. I got a bit on there. So I'm gonna wipe a little bit more of this off. But she should be pretty good. And ready for the field next weekend. I can pop the flint in and leave the flint out, but I think I'm just gonna leave the flint out. I know there's a lot of different ways how people do this, and this is just the way how I do it. I can get the point of thinning the ballistol so it gets better into the cracks and stuff like that, but this seems to work well for me. All right, thank you very much. Have a nice day. And if you appreciate my content, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. It would do me a lot of favors, and share it with your friends. Thank you much.